Picture this. You just survived a brutal month slaving away, flipping burgers. You're finally in bed, totally wrecked, when you get your pay stub email. It says you earned $2,000. Awesome, but you check your bank account and only 1,456 actually showed up. What happened? Welcome to the modern ritual of taxes. You scroll down, federal tax, state tax, Social Security. It's like invisible forces are slicing off chunks of your pie before you even get a taste. It's the cost of civilization. You pay, and the government builds roads, schools, and makes sure your favorite taco truck isn't infested with rats on steroids. And then comes filing taxes. The government knows exactly how much you owe, but they make you guess. If you get it right, cool. If you get it wrong, you're cooked. Let's talk about banks. You walk in, hand them your money, they smile, and you think your cash is sitting in a giant vault guarded by a dragon. Spoiler alert, that money is gone. Banks aren't safes, they are matchmakers. When you deposit $1,000, the bank keeps $100 and lends the other $900 to some guy who wants to buy a jet ski. It's called fractional reserve banking. They only keep a fraction of your cash. The system works because they trust we won't all show up on the same day asking for our money back. If that happens, well, just ask people about 2008. How do banks make money? Interest. Interest is basically rent that money pays to exist in someone else's hands. When you borrow, interest is the price tag. When you save, interest is your reward for being boring and patient. But there is a monster here. Compound interest. If you owe money, compound interest is your worst enemy. Your debt has babies, and those babies also want rent. A $12 burrito on a credit card can turn into a $50 regret if you ignore it. But if you invest, it's like a real-life cheat code. Your money duplicates itself while you sleep. It is the silent engine of wealth building. Ever open a bag of chips and feel like you paid 30% more for mostly air? That's inflation. Inflation is money slowly getting less valuable. It's not a robbery. It's like invisible termites eating the value of your savings. Your $5 bill is still $5, but it buys fewer noodles than it used to. It happens when too much cash is chasing too few goods. If 2,000 people want the same TV, the seller is going to jack up the price. It's economic survival of the fittest. Think of the economy as a party. During a boom, everyone's dancing, the drinks are flowing, but eventually, the lights flicker, and the music stops. That's a recession. Jobs vanish, companies cut costs, and everyone hides their cash under the mattress. It's a painful system reset. They don't last forever, but they leave scars. Your credit score. A shadowy 3-digit algorithm that decides if you get to buy a house or if you'll be living in your parents' basement forever. It's not about wealth, it's about trust. It's basically a financial Tamagotchi. Ignore it, and it dies and poops all over your life. Take care of it, and it helps you get cheap loans. The game is rigged, but you have to play it. The craziest part, money isn't actually real. There is no physical difference between a dollar bill and a piece of paper with a drawing of a cat on it. The only reason a dollar works is because we all collectively agreed to pretend it has value. It's a massive act of faith. If we all stopped believing in it tomorrow, it would just be expensive kindling for a fire. So what's the hack to beat inflation and low wages? Stop trading your time for money, and start making your money work for you. That's investing. Wealthy people understand two things: value and time. They don't get rich just by working harder. They create valuable things or buy assets and wait. Time is your most valuable asset. Compound growth needs decades, not days. It's not about luck, it's about patience. Start early, be boring, and let time make you rich.